Can you imagine? Like, those conversations literally just...
I hear it.
As if I'm gonna talk with niggas about splitting 50-50 dates. The type of conversations we're having. That's why I put on the post yesterday. If you want entertainment, go watch a 20v1.
I've seen that.
Can you make a video on why karma's not real? So do you know what's crazy? So in that video, I think that one was the you must be a bad person to manifest. I mentioned it, but I'm trying to conceptualize what is a practical way in which me telling you karma is not real would be beneficial to your life. And I can break down why karma is not real, but I don't want to give you information that you just hear. I want to give you information that you can actually act off. But I don't really know how you could act off of that. So for the mere fact that it's not practical enough for me, I'm not doing it. Somebody said, you still trade, bro? Yes, I do. But I actually had a funded account, blew that shit. So I'm just going to trade personal. Bro's laughing. Think it's a joke.
Because I'm not, bro.
Someone said today's Wednesday, where's the drop? We're dropping in, what time is it?
Actually?
Like, usual time.
What's the usual time?
Like 3.
Go back at 3. Thought you had a call at 3 as well.
Yeah, but like dropping it don't take much.
Yes.
Dropping it don't take much at all.
I'll do the thumbnails after my stream. 1 o'clock.
You studied Bob Proctor? Oh yeah, when I was like 15.
I said 15.
Bro, you don't got a girlfriend and thought about relationships. First of all, I'm engaged. I've been engaged for a couple of months. I've been with my girl for 6 years. And somebody asked if I'm red-pilled. No, I'm not red-pilled. Where do I live?
London.
West Midlands.
If they're American, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
Man said, are you red-pilled? Nah. Like, those conversations are so played out, though. Like, how many times can you hear men aren't masculine, women aren't feminine...
Yeah.
Oh my God, why are you not paying? A man should pay. Oh my God, a woman shouldn't dress like this. How many times can you hear those conversations before it gets tiring? I feel like that shit lasted from like 2020 was the peak, and it just died. Like, if I was to go on a podcast, no disrespect, I'd want to be able to go on a podcast to where the quality of the conversation I have would satisfy my audience. I wouldn't want you lot there like, why isn't he asking this? Why isn't he asking this? And it's because most people don't possess the information to be able to ask me that in the first place. They want to ask me stupid shit like, is the earth flat or is it round? Nigga, if the earth is flat, how does that change your life? If the earth is round, how does that change your life? For the mere fact that it doesn't change your life, spending time contemplating and directing energy towards it does absolutely nothing for you.
So whose podcast would you go on? Whose podcast ask good questions, sensible guests?
I ain't seen it. But that's just because you know me, like, I'm very unimpressed, nonchalant. I was about to say inshallah. Like,
I'm very inshallah, you know, that's crazy. It's alcohol.
You're gonna have unlimited ideas for these whiteboards.
No, we're not short of ideas.
Yeah, we're not short of ideas. We're definitely not short. Do you trade ICT? In a sense, but not entirely. I mainly learn from offshore, so I don't know if you know about offshore concepts. You should start your own podcast. Nah. Because the way that I see it, in fact, I think it's best if I show you actually. The way that I see it, let me show you guys a photo real quick. And this is a photo from a book called Essentialism. Yes, so this book is called Essentialism, and this is why I'm not going to do that. This simple graph right here. So as you can see, what most people do with their energy, they begin to disperse it in multiple different places. And when you do that, the amount of energy you can disperse to each place is always going to be limited. This is an example of what it looks like when you're focused on trying to do so many different things. Me, instead, is just this. So if I go then start a podcast, because I'm dispersing my energy, the amount of energy I can direct to my YouTube is automatically going to be hindered. So for me, it's just about focusing on one thing and making sure that that one thing is as good as possible. And, you know, with the way things are going right now, It's muy bueno. Muy bueno.
Any products besides coaching?
Any product besides coaching? Yes. I actually didn't tell you this. So I have an AI therapist app, which literally just got finished being built this week. I'll show it to you after this live. Stuart while I'm reading this book. Yeah, that's a good one. Is food and alcohol a factor in manifesting?
I'm not even laughing at that, bro. I'm laughing at enough.
What I would say to that is no, because I eat meat. Pause. I also drink. I was drunk on last week Sunday. I was drunk.
What are you drinking on a Sunday?
Korean barbecue place. So if it is an issue with manifesting, I don't know how I'm manifesting. You know what I'm saying?
That's how much you charge for an hour, bro.
I don't really charge hourly anymore. Because even if we get on a call for an hour, well, it depends. Some people say they can have a conversation with me and it really impacts their life. But for me, I'd want to be able to track you over a long period of time. What country are you from? I'm Zimbabwean, he's Jamaican. We both live in the West Midlands. There's anyone that I missed. What's your thought on lust?
Someone asked about semen retention as well.
I know a lot of niggas think that they need to be on semen retention to manifest.
Sure.
I know bare whores that are making a lot of money.
Man said,
And when I say whores, I'm talking about guys. Hello from Brazil. That's one place I actually would like to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
Brazil gets a bad rep. I don't get it twisted. I'm not saying I'm going to the favelas. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go to Brazil. If I do go to the favelas, I would need tour guides.
I wouldn't even...
This
no.
would be gone. This,
No.
gone. I'm going to just be in a vest and shorts. This hat, nah. If I got no trim that day, I'm just rocking it out, no trim. What did you do to improve your speaking skills this slide the way you... I have no idea. I guess you could say because I've read a lot. My mind has, seen a whole lot of different words used in a different sentence, and then on an unconscious level, it just goes straight back in my mind. But I don't know. So why is the concept of fasting such a spiritual convo? For the mere fact that fasting is two things. First thing, fasting is to go directly against what your body, your physical vessel, your ego wants. In order for you to say, even though I'm hungry, I'm not going to eat, you are exercising will over the body. That is the beginning of self-mastery. That's the definition of self-mastery. Anytime that you can exercise the will over your mind, despite what your body wants to do, that's self-mastery. And in order for you to master reality, you first need to master yourself. So that's the first reason. The second reason is for the mere fact that once you stop eating, for the mere fact that typically a lot of food just isn't healthy. And I don't want to go down into the conversation of plant-based veganism, stuff like that, because I'm not the nigga to ask about that, even though I got all them plant-based books on and so forth. Unfortunately, the Zimbabwean in me just likes meat too much, pause. But when we're talking about the concept of fasting, you have to understand that fasting is almost, because it's depriving the ego of what it wants, you're aligning yourself more with another aspect of yourself. You exist across 3 planes. Not only is fasting good for you mentally because it increases brain cognition, but on a spiritual level, because you're not diverting too much energy towards the digestion of your food, that energy is able to freely flow in other directions. You're Zim. Yeah, I am Zim. West Midlands gang, yes. Even though everybody thinks I'm from London, I'm from the West Midlands.
Some niggas think you're from
Baltimore. Yeah, some people think I'm from Baltimore in America. What's the race riots like in your ends? That's not even a frequency I'm living in. Do you know what's crazy? I didn't know niggas were rioting until Sunday. I was in the sauna, meditating, and then one nigga comes in, he's like, yo bro, what do you think about the riots? I said, what riots?
You know what's
I was like, what?
In the Uber here, the woman was like, it was a woman Uber driver. She was like to me, so what do you think of the riots? I was just like, I barely leave my house to even care.
Bruh, I'm like, yo, what are people rioting about? He was like, oh, this happened with this and this happened with this. I heard it was a black kid that started all of this to begin with. So why are the Muslims holding smoke? But anyways, EDL man, right?
Bro.
I'm assuming. But if you know anything about Brum, if them man come to
That's
Brum...
what I said. That's what I told my Uber driver.
Like, Birmingham is probably one of the most, like, populated areas in the UK with Asian people. If the EDL people try to come to Birmingham and they try to hold... It's a long day.
But guess what, though? My Uber driver was telling me, you know Soho Road, right?
Yeah.
Apparently they're throwing acid on Soho Road.
Huh?
I'm like, huh?
Acid? No.
I'm like, yeah.
That's not my frequency.
Don't know
Nope.
if I believe that shit. But
Nope.
Yeah,
You are hilarious. It's kind of unintentional. It's kind of intentional. Where are your bookshelves from? IKEA. Do you believe in numerology? No. Your wife has found the God. I'm a Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. If I'm not a big reader, can I still manifest things I want? You're manifesting 24/7, whether you realize it or not, in the same way that you're breathing. But it's not until I say that you're breathing that some awareness shifts towards your breath. It's the same thing with manifestation. So you don't need to read. Yeah, Baltimore is insane. But it's probably because of how I dress. How long have you lived in the UK? I was born here. Went to Zimbabwe, came back when I was 3, and I've been here since.
Nigga said he found you on TikTok clips.
That is quite crazy.
That's insane.
Considering that we don't even run that account.
Yeah. I wonder who is running that account.
No idea. He posts every day. Or she posts every day.
Crazy. Shout out, though.
Yeah, shout out. How many times do you meditate per day? Twice. He's probably going to mention anyone who speaks about... Look, I had a guy come in here saying, what's the best food in Africa, like, that you can eat? Which is a crazy question anyways. But then someone said, Liberian. Listen, I kicked them out. And that's her right there. So if you make any bad jokes about Africans, about saying, for example, Nigeria is the best country, you're gone. Ghanaians, you're gone. Jamaicans who don't believe they're African, they're gone. Really and truly, you guys are Ghanaians. You look like a Kofi. Yeah, Rev Ike is great. Rev Ike is great.
So many comments, bro.
What? Time to go. Someone said, what made you the most money? Charging rich people for this esoteric shit. But other than that, guys, it's time to wrap it up, buddy. It's time to wrap it up.
Wrap it up, buddy.
Yep.
Time to go.
Nah, the semen retention. No. I'm not ignoring. It's just not as necessary as you think. Like, it's not as necessary as you think. I'll actually post some books for sexual energy today. It's not as necessary as you think. I will probably make it into a video because it's a common misconception that it's a prerequisite in order for you to manifest, but it's not. You feel me? Struggling to detach from the 3D, or that belief in of itself is probably what's keeping you there. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Stay on live. No. 3 years into this shit, you 100% did. Nobody did for me. Appreciate you. Yeah.